All right, Ethan, kick it off.
Oh, hold up.
YouTube, what we on?
We all loaded.
Am I froze? Oh, was I froze?
No, you good.
We here, man. We here. Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. After this, whew, what a beatdown. What a beatdown. Catch us on our platforms, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Twitter, the Instagram. Catch us on our platforms, man. Ooh, what a loss. What a loss. From beginning to end. Everything that could have went wrong. Pick six, beating the ball ran down our throats, quarterback play bad, coaching, defense. This self-destruction right here is something I haven't seen in a long time. Every aspect of the football game was bad. It's a question that's been on everybody's mind since the season started is, do we have a legitimate quarterback? Do we have a legitimate quarterback? That's a question that's going to be answered this year. It's going to be answered this year. Now, from the looks, how we started off hot, but like Wayne said earlier, Hurts has looked like he's gotten worse every game. It's just reeling. It's going backwards. I mean, could Nick Sirianni coach more? Could he have ran the ball more? It's a lot of things, but I think it was plays to be made. I personally, maybe I'm different. I personally don't blame Sirianni as much as everybody else. Could he have did some stuff differently? Yes, but I think it was plays to be made on the field that weren't made. They weren't made. So, what y'all got?
I got that I don't know what you was watching.
Watching a football game.
No, because clearly, if you say that you don't blame Sirianni for 3 total runs for the Bull, Miles Sanders, 3 runs, 3 called runs. Don't give me no RPOs. I'm talking about called runs for your quarterback that make your young quarterback, give him a chance. You call no running plays. You're going to lose.
Why don't your quarterback hand off with the RPOs?
No, what I'm saying is no, because I'm talking about actual call plays that design plays specifically for the run. And there were none. There were 0. It was a total of 3. You're going to lose the game every time. You're going to lose. So that's coaching. That's Nick Sirianni. But I'm actually, the defense play up and down. If I want to start somewhere, I'm going to start with the defense. They played completely up and down. The penalty yards that we had was like crazy. I never seen that many penalties in my life. I mean, we got some of the, I don't want to call nobody dumb, but on both sides of the line.
Go get Watson now.
On both sides of the line, they struggled. They kept getting holding calls and Slay. I don't even know why we paying Slay top dollar to be a corner. And then Jalen struggled today. I'm not even going to hide it and say that Jalen had a good game. He struggled. And I think at some point it became mental. He got his Ben Simmons on. So he struggled, but that's what's going to happen in 7 games total in the NFL. I guarantee you I can find some of the greats to struggle just as bad or worse than he did in their first 7 games.
Okay, so as I've been on record and saying, he does not have the zip on his arm. And when he throws the ball deep, the interception, because he couldn't get it down there with the zip on it. And even later on in the game, when he tried to air it out down there deep, the safety was able to come over and get help because he can't zip it in there. So
I don't think it had
shut up. You had your turn. I listened to this. And then, wait a minute. Then you want to sit up here and you want to go down the defense. Guess what? The defense was doing a pretty good job till the offense kept going out 3 and out.
They was going back and forth.
The defense didn't stop them early on.
The defense was up and down.
They got touchdowns.
Defense didn't stop them early on.
They was going up and down. So they played
the
up and down.
Defense stopped them early on.
They made
like the first 3 possessions, the Eagles defense stopped them, right?
No.
What was it? First 2 possessions?
They didn't punt until like almost end of the half. end of the second quarter.
They dominated the clock in the first half. What was you doing?
We didn't stop.
What you mean?
What was you watching?
We didn't stop. Did we score?
We had 7-7. They got the interception, and we scored from that defensive fumble, strip sack, touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the defense was playing solid enough that we was in the game, but the offense could not move the ball. And I do blame Siranni because it should have been more runs, but I don't want to hear you say that because last year when we was doing
we ain't talking about last year. We ain't talking about last year.
Because be consistent with your argument. Because last year you was ripping the quarterback because the quarterback didn't switch up and call run plays. Now this quarterback has the opportunity on a RPO. He can choose to run or pass. And I'm not ripping him for that kind of stuff. See, that's the stuff of rookie. I still see him as a rookie. Those are common mistakes you make with stuff like that. And he had a little bit of trouble reading the defenses. But my big problem with him is his arm strength. And I don't think he has the zip on that arm. When you see people like that, you see him zipping the ball in there. This quarterback doesn't have it. And the coach didn't do him any favors today. He didn't.
He didn't.
But the quarterback has played worse every week. And when everybody was giddy and talking to me, oh, see, you a hater. When y'all was all hype and giddy about the Atlanta game, when Atlanta stinks, I told y'all in a couple weeks, I don't want to hear y'all in a couple weeks talking about
we got a tough schedule. And Hubert Sanders, he said Gannon can't sit in a cover 2 zone all day, no pressure. That's what Dak was. He loved it.
Email, do I still owe you an apology? What you said? I owed you an apology about something?
Do y'all think Brandon Graham? We miss Brandon Graham on that D line tonight.
We miss both Brandons. We miss Brandon Brooks on that offensive line because Lane Johnson getting exposed without having Brandon Brooks beside him. We do miss Brandon Graham, but we miss both Brandon.
I don't know how much we miss him. I don't think he really had no stats. This was the best offense we faced all year. So, I mean, it could be some of Brandon Graham, but it's also that. You know what I'm saying? This is a team that has a stud running back. They have a quarterback that is very good and on the precipice of being a top tier, in my opinion. If he could play, if they whole offense stay together.
We played them a lot. They ain't do this.
What?
We played them a lot. They didn't do this.
This is a whole new season. This is a
whole. I'm just saying. Well, we played the same. We played Zeke. We played
secondary people. You also got a different coaching staff. This ain't the same coach. This ain't the same coach. This ain't the same team as last year.
Don't underestimate the value of a good starting defensive end in this league.
He's not that good. He had 7 sacks in the first 7 weeks and then ain't do nothing else the rest of the season.
Good against the run, he's good against the run, and he's better than Barnett and Sweat.
How many tackles? He's not better than
Sweat. That's all they have. 3 runs we did. That is inexcusable.
Listen, the quarterback had plays. Let's not try to make a lot of excuses for him. It seems like Nick Sirianni telling this offense to try to cover Jalen Hurts' weaknesses. Some of his weaknesses is throwing the ball down the field. We run a lot of screens. We run to dump the ball off to the wide receivers a lot. He doesn't go down the field a ton because when he goes down the field, we see what happened. He almost got Devontae Smith killed. He should have let that ball a little more to the outside. He let it in the inside. Safety came over, almost knocked his head off. He's too slow for that. He got to have a little more zip. Even on one play, he has to have a little more zip on a ball. Now remember that play, and we all talked about it when Dak Prescott zipped that ball in like 20, 25 yards down the field. Ertz came back and he threw to one Devontae Smith, but I hung a little bit. Cornerback came over there and broke it up. You gotta. This is what I wasn't saying screaming a deep pass a lot with Jalen Hurts. I was talking about the zip and getting that ball in the tight windows that you have to throw the ball in the NFL. I don't see a lot of zip on his passes. This is what I've been saying. But we got what is it? 14 more, 17 games this season. We got 14 more games to see what we got.
Yeah.
But we might be in trouble at quarterback. I like him. He's a nice little quarterback. He might be a nice backup in the NFL. But I don't know if he got that starter arm.
He playing against a very good Dallas team.
This is what's going to happen. What happens when you go in the playoffs? You playing against top defenses.
Playoffs?
I'm just saying. Like you trying to make an excuse.
But
You
what
trying to
I'm
make an
saying is
excuse because
it's
you're playing against
early.
a better
It's
team.
early in
Okay.
his career. It's 7 games in.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't do hate over that.
All I'm listen. This was a big game.
It
This
was
game
a
could
big
have
game. It was a big game.
and the tone was set early when we threw the interception. We went
Peace,
deep.
Joe
If you
Jackson.
if you hit on that deep pass, you open up everything. And I think Dallas was just. I think in the early part of the game, Dallas was playing not to give you that quick underneath stuff, the screens and everything else. And the Eagles took a shot, and they went down deep, and it didn't work. And then slowly, as the game went on, Dallas started coming up a little bit further and not letting even that happen. So,
So
and Dallas, that linebacker Dallas got is a beast. That boy,
they said Devontae went through this when they was with Bama, when he was at Bama.
Went through this with who? With Jalen Hurts before they got him out of there? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think that was a little shot at my man Jalen.
Listen.
he's a good kid. He's a hard worker. I'd like him as a person. I just don't think that his arm is NFL starter quality.
And like I said this before, he leaves the pocket. Tim, you need to get some sleep, some coffee, something. He leaves the pocket too early sometimes. Sometimes with these athletic quarterbacks, I got that problem with Lamar Jackson too sometimes. You got to stay in there and make the throw. He leaves the pocket too early, man. In the playoffs, that bites Lamar sometimes. You guys, Lamar actually, not to change the subject, but
the tone was set when Dallas went right down the field and scored.
So now it's all the defense fault, huh? It's the defense fault. Now,
listen, so the offense kept going 3 and out.
They scored the first possession.
Listen. And so did the defense score their first possession too, didn't he? The second possession.
Well, yeah.
The offense ain't scored till what? The third quarter? When did the offense score? Second or third quarter?
I think it was the second. I think it was the third quarter.
Listen, man. I mean, I know everybody want to blame Nick Sirianni. Defensive coordinator, I got to give him credit. He was trying everything. Everything. Sometimes you get beat. Sometimes players got to make plays. Yes, they have to be in position. The NFL, to me, a lot of stuff can be blamed on coaching, but sometimes you gotta make plays. I don't know what Jalen's seeing out there, man. Sometimes he just looked like he wasn't seeing the field.
But the Quez Watkins made a nice play for Jalen, that 40-yard.
He did to underthrown ball because he couldn't get it out there again.
It was a perfectly thrown ball. Everybody, why? What was wrong with the pass?
It's about the one that Watkins had to come back for.
So you saying wide receivers don't do that?
They do, but it wasn't a perfectly. You know what? He made the catch. Good play. Jalen got it out there. Jalen threw the ball.
Exactly. My opinion, I think Quez Watkins need to be on the opposite side of Devontae Smith instead of Rieger. Rieger to me shouldn't be out there like that. He may be the third option.
Rieger is a third option.
Because they should have targeted Quez Watkins more because he catches the ball.
Listen, let's be honest. I know the quarterbacks get the big bucks, right? Because a good quarterback makes a lot of stuff go away. You were saying this. Hold on, when you were saying this last year when Hurts got in, and when the one game when they bench Wentz, and you was talking about how great Hurts was. He was covering up all these errors. Wentz was making all these errors, and Hurts came in and cleared them up. A good quarterback makes a lot of covers up a lot of weaknesses on your team. Let's not doubt that.
Listen,
let's be clear about that.
For the record, I have this jersey. It is Wentz jersey. Is the only Eagles jersey I got, and I'm wearing it because I still support my team. I'm not a Wentz fan. I'm an Eagles fan.
You're a Wentz fan.
No, I'm not. He's not an Eagles quarterback no more. I don't care about Wentz. But it's interesting. Suri C. As a Bama fan, he says love Jalen, but he doesn't have the arm strength to make deep throws. Listen, I've been trying to say that since we had him, but everybody people telling me I don't know football because when I was saying about his arm and not having that zip and that me and Ethan been saying that since last year. But I've been castigated. I don't know football. I don't know what I'm watching. You see all the yards he threw? I see the check down yards. I do. He just don't got it. Like listen, it's okay. It's okay to say the same way we say in sports and other sports when we say
Mr.
other.
Wayne, thank you. Wait, he said this is his 7th start, and y'all lose it. Y'all lose by your perspective.
That's not.
By what? But
it's listening to you saying.
I'm not looking at. I'm not even looking at the results. I'm telling you from watching him, his arm is not strong enough. His arm strength. I've been questioning his arm strength. I give him intangibles. I think he's a smart, athletic, a good guy, a good leader. I think he's all that. I don't think he has the arm for it. I just don't think he has the arm to be a starting quarterback in the NFL on a regular basis. I think he's, as Ethan said earlier, I've been saying, I think he has a backup arm where he can give you a couple games where he ball out.
It's a lot of strong arm quarterbacks that's trash.
Okay, and it's a lot of weak arm ones that's trash too. But I'm not even calling them trash. I'm just saying, for the most part, you got to be real precise and extremely accurate and know how to place the ball, which he can learn that over time. But as of right now, he's not that guy, and he don't have the arm strength.
It's literally his 7th start.
Okay, and you put a bunch of speed around him, and he can't catch up to the speed with his arm.
It was like one game. He's 1-2.
Oh! Now it's one game. When we played Atlanta, it wasn't one game. We was going to the Super Bowl, as some people in here was saying.
Yeah, I was one of them. 17-0. Listen, man. I mean, Hurts makes he doesn't make enough good plays in a row. He isn't right now. It's a 7th game. Okay, he's not consistent enough. He'll make like what he made. He made 2 good plays out of all 48 with the whole game, right? All 60 minutes. He made what? He made 2 good plays. He threw the quarterback he threw the touchdown to Ward, and he made another play. He just isn't consistent enough to me with his ball placement and with his plays. To have his arm, like Wayne said, to have his arm a little questionable, he has to be very accurate with all these short passes.
Honestly, most of his catches are. Listen, I'm not giving Siranni props. Siranni looked great in the first game too, and he's looked suspect since then. But a lot of the plays that Jalen is getting catches made on is when players are open. Like it kind of reminded me of Chip Kelly. Remember how Chip Kelly, like it was like Bulls would just be wide open in that offense. You know what I'm saying? But that's how in this the guys was wide open when he was making the passes. When it was tight windows to get it in or coverage and stuff like that, the pass, a lot of them got deflected because he don't got the
missing a veteran wide receiver. Like I would still love if Alshon was still on our team. I think
I would.
I would because
I don't know Alshon here. You can get another.
You got Ertz and Goddard.
I'm talking about a veteran wide receiver. I'm not talking about a tight end because just so you can help out your wide. If you're going to throw the ball a bunch of times, you need somebody that's going to help out your young quarterback, not with a bunch of young receivers.
The young receiver not open when he underthrew him.
You still need the veteran help.
He's open. I don't care about all that. If they're open and he just didn't make the pass, I'm not putting that on a young receiver. The receiver was there.
Not all the time.
Okay.
But I will say
they do got to. I agree. They do got to get a good running game for you. First of all, they don't have the running back that you need to run the ball 20, 25 times on the practice squad. Miles Sanders and what's the other guy? They're good little backs.
Jordan Hicks. They need him on there.
Jordan Howard. He's on the practice squad.
I think the running backs they got, give them a shot to try to run them. They ain't even try.
And it's too much of these run option plays and stuff like that. I mean, if you're gonna run them like the one where Jalen ran out and got his offensive lineman called down the field, this is stuff that you have to know. You're the quarterback. You're the leader of this team. You got to get rid of that ball. You had Ertz right there. Just dump it off to him. I know you want the big play. I know you behind, but you gotta know how the play is designed. You know, I don't know. Sometimes it look like Jalen Hurts looks at one, his second read, we don't see. He tries to get out the pocket. You know, is it like, okay, let's slow walk the kid? I don't know what's going on. Is it like, all right, 1-2 go? Then it's like, all right, let's go to 1-2-3 go. I don't know what's going on back there. I don't know how he's seeing the field. Is he seeing the field? He looked like he got a little gun shy after that pick. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I think that pick messed his head up a little bit.
Hey, Mr. Wayne, I agree.
You should be used to that.
You do have to blame. I think some of it does have to go on the coach too, because But I want to know, first of all, evidently he can't do the run pass
Hold on,
option like that.
let me
You gotta
clear
call him.
something.
Go ahead.
Emo said they geared the game to Jalen with all the screen passes and the short passes. That's how they geared the game to Jalen, and even had design runs for Jalen. That's how they geared the game to Jalen to keep him from doing stuff that they know he can't do. You don't want to put your quarterback in a position to do stuff, throw the ball, expose himself what they know he can't do. Even Dallas cornerbacks know he can't do. They jumping all over the short stuff. They know he not going down the field. They don't even care about going down the field because they know he can't get it down there that far. So I
Hey,
mean,
hey, Herb, this is another part that I'm saying about the arm part. Even like you said with plants, the problem when you don't have that, you don't have to have a rocket arm, but when you got a rocket arm, it makes up for a lot of late passes and stuff like that. Like you can zip it, like McNabb. McNabb used to be late with a lot of times. McNabb would be late, but he had a rocket and he would throw it right on the person. Hurts can't do that. He kind of got to lead people on that type thing. And with the slant, sometimes I don't know if it's his reads or I don't know what it is, but it is late on a lot of them. Like it was another pass early in the game to Hurts, and it was to Hurts, and it was like behind him. And so whenever he throws a lot of balls behind. So I don't know if it's just not him. If it's him not reading quick enough, I can accept that because you can get better with that. But if it's just him like with the late release and all that other stuff, it's not going to work. Yep, Jeff George did have a rocket arm, and he just was a head case. That's what I'm saying. Hurts is not a head case. Hurts actually has a good head on his shoulders, in my opinion. I just don't think that he has arm strength or adequate enough arm strength to be a starting quarterback on that level.
I don't listen. When I look at this team, be honest with you, I know Eagles teams in the past, we be like, all right, they don't have the talent. They didn't have the talent. Greg Ward was their best wide receiver at this time. This team, I see a little bit of talent. I see some speed. I see a little bit of talent. So I see what's going on here. Here we go.
So the boy Diggs, though, that used that pick six that he got on Jalen. Are y'all blaming all of Jalen? Or y'all?
You got email here. Go ahead. What you got?
Tim, you need some more. You see either new or more commentators on the show, because the commentating is just ridiculous. The coach literally runs the ball. That has to be, if you look it up, there has to be an NFL record. Like it has to be to literally run the ball 2 times in the entire game. The third run comes in the fourth quarter with like 3 minutes left in the game, and the first thing they mention is Jalen Hurts. Like, am I the crazy one here?
Yeah.
The defense
was the bomb underthrown. Was the bomb underthrown?
Dak Prescott had one incompletion at halftime, and Wayne says the defense
got a turnover, and then they gave up the first touchdown. Then they got a turn. Then they got a score.
That was enough to field and score in what,
the first
4 plays. Dak Prescott incompleted the ball one time at halftime. He had one incompletion at halftime. The Dallas did whatever they wanted to, and Wayne said the defense played good.
Dallas turned the ball over. Dallas turned the ball over on the second possession, and they got turned down on the third possession.
Almost had a perfect quarterback rating, and Wayne said the defense played good.
So did
talk about is Jalen Hurts when the coaching on both sides of the ball was completely horrible. Our offensive line had no discipline. We had 13 penalties on offensive line. The first and only thing they talked about.
How good was Jalen Hurts' arm? Listen, how good was his arm? Answer the question.
They talk about is Jalen Hurts. He threw with all those penalties, with those drops, he threw for 326 yards.
Garbage. Those was garbage. Listen, those was garbage yards. Those were garbage yards.
It don't matter. It's yards.
They were garbage yards. Come on, we know what garbage yards are. When the defense is playing back and letting you complete everything underneath, because they don't want you to go over the top. They just sitting back and trying to run the game out.
When did that happen? When did the garbage yards come? And how many?
Third quarter.
And how many was it? because we didn't
It
have
was
the
a
ball.
lot.
So
It was a lot.
did Jalen play well in your opinion? Did Jalen play well?
I didn't say he played well. I said
I asked you answer the question. Did he play well?
You got to address the question.
Did he play well?
You got to address the questions I'm bringing up.
No, I don't. This is my show. This is our show. You are the guest.
Yes, and I'm bringing up questions you didn't bring up.
For what? You don't. Cut him out, Tim. Cut him out, Tim. Cut him out, Tim. Tim.
Let him finish his.
Tim.
Let him finish his thought.
All right, well, you go ahead. You let him host it then.
This ain't mad too because I'm bringing up valid points they can't counter. Dak Prescott had 143 quarterback rating. Wayne says the defense played good. We had 13 penalties on the offensive line. We ran the ball twice. Ethan, all he talks about is Jalen Hurts. What kind of conversation is this?
Because the quarterback, we all know the quarterback gets all the blame, and the quarterbacks get all the credit.
Nice email. That was good. Good. But yeah, Jalen, and that's the thing that Wayne was doing. He refused to give the credit, he just want to blame everything on Jalen, and it wasn't all Jalen's fault. That's the point that email's making. That's the point I'm making. Siranni not running the ball was a problem tonight.
Jalen didn't make the plays that was on the field. Jalen didn't make the plays.
With that. There were plays out there that he missed. But you know, y'all even talked about this, that when you play football, it's some plays that you're not gonna make every one of them. And you saw that.
Yeah, but some you gotta make. You're an NFL quarterback, man. NFL quarterback. You gotta make these plays, bro. You're an NFL quarterback.
He's not allowed to make no mistakes on the field.
He is. But listen, it's just the intangibles I see. Listen, we talked about this before. I sound like a broken record. He just doesn't have the zip to get the balls into the tight windows that you need to throw in the NFL. The windows are tighter than college. You have to get that ball. That was a knock on him coming in.
When the team wins, the first thing everybody talking about is the quarterback, whether he played well or not. So now when we lose, don't all of a sudden now, ain't nobody put all the blame. I just came in here and I said that the coach has to do better, that they got to run more. I said that. But let's keep it a bean. If we would have won and Jalen would have just threw for 180 yards or something like that, it'd have been how Jalen commanded the team and took the team to a win. The biggest thing on this team, this same offense that scored all them points against Atlanta, and everybody wanted to give the quarterback the praise, the offense struggled the last two games, and it's because of the quarterback. And a lot of it ain't all on the quarterback, but a lot of it is the quarterback.
Listen, I know we're giving the Eagles a lot of, but listen, let's be honest, Cowboys like they might have a good team.
They got a very good team.
They do.
Team, so, they showed us that we're not ready yet. We still got a lot of work to do. We got an older team too. So I don't older team. I mean, we got older players that still contribute. Like the Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham just got hurt. So Eagles look like they're gonna be, rebuilding for the next 2-3 years or something. Maybe trying to get
next
this
year,
team.
We got a lot of draft. With the Colts stinking it up, we're gonna have a great either a first round pick, a high one, or a high second round pick.
So at what point do we start thinking about getting a quarterback, or is this the quarterback we ride?
Siri, that's my point. Sorry, he couldn't make the tight throws in college. All right, so what makes us think he's going to now all of a sudden make them in the NFL? That's all I was saying. I mean, yeah, you can design some stuff, you can hide him, and that's what I keep saying about Sirianni's trying to hide him. He's trying to cover for the stuff Hurts can't do. We do a lot of screens. We do a lot of RPOs. We do a lot of dump off to the running backs. They do a lot of crossing routes. He tries to hide Hurts. So that's why I don't blame Sirianni a lot for what's going on. He's trying to do the best with what he has. It don't take 2 to 3 years. It can happen overnight. But it starts with a good quarterback.
All right, but are you really going to say that Miles Sanders only deserved 3 carries tonight? I mean, if y'all want to sit there and say that 3 carries for your wide receiver.
No, he don't. But listen, could he have? Listen, would you say? Yes. Hold on. Would you say he could have had at least 5 more carries if Hurts on the RPO would have gave him the ball.
I told you we already discussed it. I'm talking about call plays. I'm talking about specifically call plays by the offensive coordinator by Siranni. You tell me, you only gonna call 2, 3. You want to call 3 the entire game? You setting your quarterback up for failure.
Hey, Mr. Wing, I don't know how about the Bucks. The Rams, I think, is the Rams is looking like the squad to me. But the Bucks, you saying Dallas can't beat the Bucks? They lost to the Bucks by what, 3 at Tampa? You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Tampa just marched and stomped the Cowboys. They played a great game against them. It was a great game. So, I mean, listen, Dallas did what they should have did against. It's a shame because a lot of Eagles fans was getting their hopes up off of the first week in Atlanta, and it's cool. I get it. Sometimes it be like that, but sometimes you got to look at what the team is. And I think if we'd have had got to see more of the team in preseason, we would have seen where these holes are.
I think he's trying to hide them.
I'd tell you one thing, in the draft next year, we better go all defense.
You better put a quarterback somewhere in the mix.
And you defensive lineman. You defensive lineman too.
At least bringing competition in the quarterback position.
Because Dallas when they had 9 draft picks, all of them was on defensive line, and you could or the defensive side. They look good right now.
What's Cam Newton doing right now?
Who?
You said call Cam.
Cam Newton doing.
Yo, cut that out, y'all. Yeah,
you was all big on Cam last year.
That's a question.
No, I ain't gonna say that. Hey, listen, if you saying you vested in Jalen Hurts, you got to give him this year, at least half this year, because I don't think the rest of the team is good enough where you sit him now. Like, you still got to give him a shot. I just don't see it, but you got to give him that shot.
Atlanta is trash. We beat up a trash team. Man.
You're right, Herbert. You cater to your quarterback's strengths.
Which is not throwing the ball down the field is a weakness. So you're right. That's why you don't do it a lot.
No, that's not true.
You see what happened when
before we get out of here, can we talk about the commentators? They were the absolute worst. They was homers for
Dallas. They were trash. I agree with that. It was terrible.
I mean,
it was terrible. I want to turn my TV off.
It was some of the worst things. I mean, all of it was they were swallowing debt. And I
don't even listen to the commentators. I just watch the game. I don't listen to
if Hurts is here for the next 2 years playing like this, we in trouble.
Why wouldn't he make any progress after 7 games? Why would he just continue?
I didn't see him make progress since last year. Have you seen? Have you seen any progress from last year? The last couple of games.
Yes.
Have you seen any progress? I haven't.
Yes. Last year he was fumbling a whole lot.
No. Last year, I said this last year, he was leaving the pocket too early. He's still doing it. He's still staring down receivers. So I didn't see any progress from last year. No. I didn't see any. This is stuff I brought up last year. This is stuff I brought up last year that's documented on the podcast about him leaving the pocket too early, staring down receivers. This is stuff he was doing last year. I didn't see any progress.
How y'all like our chances next week against Kansas City?
Well, they might have Andy on the mind. Shout out to Andy Reid. Hopefully he gets well. But
he's at the hospital now. He's on the minute. He's gonna be back at work by the end of the week, so he may still be there.
Yeah, but
if Cam is if Cam is willing to be a backup, I would take it. I know he wants to be a starter, but he got to be better than who's the guy we got from Jersey?
Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco.
Yeah, Flacco. I wasn't crazy about Flacco when Flacco was winning the Super Bowl. He got an arm though.
He do. He
wait, no. He had an arm. I don't know what it looked like now, but he had.
Remember that touchdown? He threw that touchdown to the was that the ex-Eagle player? Remember the game-winning touchdown he threw at the final seconds?
The one that was with us in the school.
Was that who he threw the touchdown to? In the championship game?
Yeah, Ben Simmons. Props to the ball, Hargrave, though.
Yeah, but he been balling.
Hargrave,
he been balling this year.
But that's why last year, when we got him last year, I swore our D tackles was going to be dominant inside when they like linking them two together. But
somebody brought up Ben Simmons. Maybe can we talk about Ben Simmons tonight? We can't talk about Ben Simmons tonight, right?
Somebody said come in and play quarterback.
I'm with all the smoke. That's Tim and the other man.
Did we talk about Ben tonight?
They
We
can't
can't talk about Ben tonight.
they can't take two
Ben
of them in one.
Simmons.
They can't take
Oh,
two of them in one.
What? There ain't
I
no
got a
reason to
lot
talk
of.
about Ben. Ben is good. Ben.
Ooh, I got a lot
Why?
of.
It was a whole lot.
I got a lot of
Wasn't
pent up
today
frustration about that dude.
Today was
What?
media day.
Today was media day.
Cowboys did. You're right. Cowboys dominated Eagles. You're right. Cowboys did. They ran the ball through down our throat. We couldn't do nothing we couldn't do nothing to stop. We mixed up everything. We couldn't do nothing to stop them. I got to give the coach. I do give the coach credit. He was trying to mix up different things. We started slowing them down. We did start slowing them down a little bit.
I
In the
just know
second half, we got like
the game was
3 straight
7-7.
outs.
The game was 7-7 after 3 possessions for both sides, and the offense scored no points for us. That's all I'm saying.
We started rolling. What killed us, all the momentum was when they scored on that fourth and 3.
The score was 7-7 after the first 3 possessions for both teams, and our offense did nothing. So we were it still was a game to be had early on.
We made it close until we let them score on 4th down. And
we made it close. Who made it close?
When we make it close? When did we make it close?
We had it close.
What, down 14?
21?
It was too close. It was like 13. It was like 13. It was down 13.
Yo,
we made it close.
Assassin. I love what Joel Embiid said. He took a shot without taking a shot. When he was like, what can Ben do? He's like, everybody's seen the videos. We can use that or something like that. He said, I gotta find the exact quote. But he's right. Shoot the ball. He took a shot at Ben without taking a shot at Ben. I love what Joel Embiid said. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, everybody riding hard for Joel Embiid, but Joel Embiid is going to be selfish. Wait till you have, because if you notice, he named all the teammates that could ball this year. He didn't mention Maxey because he know Maxey is the next man up. And watch when Maxey start balling this year, he's going to start getting jealous of Tyrese Maxey. He tried to act like he's not a jealous player, but he's going to be jealous like I don't know what when Maxey start getting that love from Philadelphia fans. Because the fans already love him.
Here you go. You stay going left. Hey, Brooks. When you want to say something, I was talking about Brooks AG. Listen, the start of the game, it felt like I was in Dallas. It was all this Dallas love. It was out of hand. The regular TV program, what am I watching? What am I watching?
I did.
It was like 15 minutes of straight Dallas Cowboys stuff. It was ridiculous. It was disgusting. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That was my rant. Let me get off my soapbox.
No, that was those commentators. I told him Brian Greasy, he actually lowered Jalen Hurts' stock by the end of the game because he was just digging holes on it, just calling him every single name. He can't do this, he can't do that.
Maybe that's why he was ranked number 32 by everybody before
the one pass
I got. He was.
And that was a bad call.
Where's he at now? Oh, where's he ranked now? Hold on. After 3 games, where does Jalen Hurts rank on the quarterbacks? Where's he ranked? Did he move up or down on that list?
About 18.
About 18th.
18. he's almost at the midway mark. I'm not going to make him top 15 or something right now, but he about the 18th mark.
Okay.
Yep. Jalen Hurts is the 18th best quarterback in the league. That's what you're saying right now.
Our starters, out of all the 18 starters, well, I'll do it.
I think Mike Vick can come in right now and play better than Jalen Hurts did tonight.
No.
Listen, first of all, you keep saying I don't have any hatred for Hurts. I don't. I just don't see that arm strength, and I've said that from the beginning. I hope that he could be another McNabb. I do. I don't want to sit here for a couple years struggling to know if we got a future quarterback. I'm tired of we done had too many of them type years. I don't want that. We just had a Super Bowl a couple years ago. I wanted us to keep on building on that. But now
you won with a soft arm quarterback.
That was like 6'5". It makes a difference when you don't got that zip on the ball and you 6'1". It makes a difference. When you're taller, you can toss it down over. When you're shorter, you got to throw it over people or around them. Is a difference.
He got long.
Kyle Murray got an arm. Kyle Murray.
Yeah, Kyle Murray got an arm. Exactly.
But listen, let's start with the Wentz stuff. We said it was time for Wentz to leave. Y'all it's not Wentz versus Hurts. Wentz ain't even on
just the one person
no more. He's not on the team. We don't care about Wentz and what he's doing over there in Indianapolis. Stop bringing him up. It's Hurts. It's about y'all keep thinking this. It's about what Jalen Hurts can do and if he can play in the NFL. It's not Hurts is better than Wentz. I don't care. I want him to be able to play in the NFL. This is what I want. I don't care about Wentz.
Yeah, Wayne said email said we rebuilding. What are you talking about?
When was we start? When was it known that this is what we do? We rebuilding? So are we rebuilding around Jalen? Or so do we know so y'all telling me for sure Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of the future for the Eagles?
Yes.
Okay. And you're sold on that.
I'm not sold on that.
Okay.
Last year y'all wasn't sold on young Dak, and I kept telling y'all Dak is that bull. Now
Still
y'all
not sold on Dak. I'm not sold on Dak. What he do?
What?
All right, okay. So you think Dak? Hold on. You think Dak is it? You think Dak is an elite quarterback in the league? He's elite.
Absolutely. He moved into that range.
Yeah. I think he's good. I don't think he's elite. I think he's good.
He's elite. Is he better than Carson? Because last year y'all said he wasn't.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all dudes keep bringing up Wentz.
Is he better than Carson? Is he better than Carson?
He's better than Carson. But see, now we're going to clear everything up. Probably what email and Tim is because they was hyped up on Dak and they wanted Dak to be so much better than Carson Wentz that it caused them to hate Carson Wentz and root against the Eagles for like the first 40 years. And they question him. They try to say Wentz was trash for those years when he was hitting 100 quarterback rating. So last year, my whole point about Jalen Hurts was if we with Wentz was if we think we got a chance to go to the playoffs, I want the vet quarterback in there and then have a quarterback competition at the beginning of the next year and make them earn that spot. That was what my hopes was. When Wentz started spazzing out and wanted to roll pulling the Ben Simmons, get him out. I don't care about Wentz. He's not my quarterback. But Jalen Hurts hasn't shown me anything yet.
That's all I'm saying. You got. I'm not
Wentz
sold.
Wentz and Hurts is about the same right now. I'm not going to say Hurts is better than Wentz right now. They about the same.
All right. So, like I said, like we said earlier, Sixers had their media day. Doc spoke, so did Maury and the rest of the team. I'm surprised Elton Brandon speak, but they said they still want Ben back. Everybody wants Ben back. Well, I learned something. Back.
Let's see what happens.
Something. They said that Ben, when they went to Chicago, Ben's representation requested a trade. They said they wasn't trying to trade him. They wasn't the one who initiated trade talks. They said it came from Ben's representation.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to put out now because the whole league is turning on Ben. You got owners saying that he don't fit their type of because nobody wants that little punk attitude that he's bringing. He choked and now he wants to girl his way out of town. But you know what's funny? Everybody talks about Joel Embiid, this, that, and the other, and he don't work out. It's funny because when they was talking to Tobias said I can only call Joel Embiid when I'm working out because Joel is always in the gym.
Where the moderator at, man? You got Cowboy fans in the chat?
Oh, they do.
He is Sixers fan. That's the boy. Ain't that the boy that's a Sixers fan?
Who is it?
I ain't even mad at the cut. Listen, I see that stuff don't bother me. You gonna talk if your squad win, if our squad the same way Atlanta fans was coming in here during the playoffs. They talk, you know what I'm saying? They take as long as you could take it and give it, I'm cool.
Well, we gotta see him again. And Dak gonna put a full 50.
What week is that? We'll be one and what when we go see him again?
No, we're gonna win this weekend. We're gonna be 2-2. We're going to KC. We're gonna beat KC, and we're gonna be 2-2.
You think Dak carved this? You think Dak carved this up?
You're right. That defense. I don't think they might not get any incompletions the whole game.
You think Dak carved this? You think 40 was high?
So you saying it don't look good for this weekend?
They mess around, had the backup squad in by the third.
It's a short week.
Yeah, it don't look good. Well, maybe we catch them sleeping. Hey, maybe we catch them sleeping.
Jules Jackson said next verse is gonna be Wayne versus Email on Triller.
Email don't show enough comments. What's the thing? I'm sorry. Email's not balanced enough. See, he don't read like he'll be far left on one thing, but then he don't know how to compare equally about things. Like it's like if he's for it, he's for it, and he'll try and fight tooth and nail even if he ain't right.
No, he was making good. He was making good points tonight. He was making very good points.
No, he wasn't.
That's why you brought him in here, because you know that Hurts was getting rocked, and you know that he's going.
Tim felt he needed help because
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's
Notice he ain't opened up the lines to nobody else. He went right for the one boy, his butt buddy that they always been hating Wentz for years.
I opened the lines up for everybody. Only email decided
when did you say the lines is open?
When did you put the link up?
I put it up in the comment section.
Yeah. All
right, y'all. We about to be out the joint. Y'all got any final thoughts before we roll? We got routed.
Go Birds.
Hey, who knows? Next week might be the miracle one. You know what I'm saying? We might get a couple fumble returns, a couple blown coverages.
They might bring Jordan Howard up from the practice squad. Might, get into some under center. Do some more under center play actions.
Flacco might come in and throw some bombs. Flacco might come in and throw some bombs that we complete.
Yep.
Defense, we got a lot of work to do though.
Oh, the defense ain't stopping nothing over there.
Siranni, I'm not sold on that boy. I think he's frauding. I think I don't believe in him.
Nah, I think he'd be all right. I think he just needs to get a quarterback.
He do a lot of cliches. The things he's saying is more of interview.
He just needs to get a quarterback that can run a system.
I don't think he got a system.
You know what? You know who they should try to get? The kid from that went to what's that school? The kid that Chip coached. That's Tennessee's backup.
No, I think we should have kept Doug.
You know what I'm talking? Mariota. Maybe you should go after Mariota. Maybe he can run a system a little better.
No.
What you say, Tim? We should have kept who?
Doug.
As a coach?
Yep.
Why?
Because we need some type of there's a bunch of rookies. We got a whole rookie team from coaching. Is everybody just rookies? No.
You think Doug is a good coach?
Yeah, he won us a Super Bowl.
I mean, that's debatable because as soon as Frank Reich left, all of a sudden the offense couldn't do nothing.
What was Frank Reich doing?
He was running the offense.
What Carson Wentz? Because right now,
he had him MVP quarterback. What you talking about?
Did he win the MVP?
He was in the running.
Did he win it?
He was in the running.
Ben was in the running.
Was Ben ever in the running for MVP? Like you tried to say?
He was first team all defense.
Stop.
Carson been to the All Pro Bowl, but Carson Wentz a head case now, in my opinion. Any injury.
All right, y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to catch